Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dan here, and in today's episode, I'm going to be featuring two replays of my, well, two best games since last week in the SU-100. Um, and these were two very interesting games. One was really, both were pretty bad, starting out. Uh, this one ended a lot worse than the second one that I'm going to show. The other one was much more of like an adrenaline induced state with the SU-100. Pretty awesome. Anyway, this one starts out kind of slow. There isn't a whole lot to the beginning. Not one of my favorite maps, but I prefer this side than the other side. So I'm going to the usual spot, which is the little corner island, in hopes of covering the base thing. So anyway, that M44 I just drove past, he's going to be very important later on. Same with the other team's artillery, the FV-304. That is also going to be a very important tank later on. Well, not really a tank, more of an artillery. But anyway, so almost immediately they're capping. And our team is for the most part on the other side, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, considering this is the more important side. And, they're kind of capping a little fast, and no one seems to be making any move to get in. And so they start lighting up targets. I wanted to shoot at them. None of them I can shoot at, and I don't want to risk shooting through any buildings either. And at this point, I'm like, oh my god, the match is gonna end before anything even happens. And I see they have the AT-5, and it wasn't looking too good. And then there's the Stug, and I was like, oh boy, here's the first kill. So we're losing by 3. It's not doing too good. And our team on the flank is completely getting butchered. I'm trying to take out this AT, but it's not happening. And then that Hellcat is being attacked by that medium. He comes around the corner, and I put a massive one right in the front of him, and bounces shot. So he's not too keen about coming back around. And that's whenever the artillery starts trying to pick me out, because I am a threat, apparently, because I'm the only one on the hill. And then I see, oh my gosh, look at them, they're all coming. So, here comes the Hellcat. I am assisted by another tank, and I'm noticing, oh god, here comes this guy. This is not going to go well for me. And then the artillery saves my life. Now, that is going to be very important later on. One of the things about this tank is it's not very accurate, so trying to shoot at the commander's hatch on the AT-2 from this range is not likely going to happen. But it was worth the risk. I mean, we're tied again, finally. And there's the T-67, the thing that's been shooting at me for so long. I risk a blind shot, I don't end up hitting it. I think that one went right over top. But this artillery just wants me dead. Like, he's not stopping. And the problem with the FV-304 is it fires extremely rapidly. So I'm kind of wondering whether I should leave this position and whatnot. And maybe get on the cap and try to assist whatever tank was there. I fire off one shot. I don't remember why. And I make sure that the T-67 is dead. So the artillery has 3 kills. I have 2. I try shooting him, and it didn't hit him. That hit him. I have no idea what that did because I switched over the thing to Russian because, I don't know, authenticity. So it's 3-on-3 now. 1 tank destroyer versus 1 tank destroyer, 1 artillery versus 1 artillery, and 1 medium versus 1 light. And they're capping. But our artillery reset it. So he's doing really good. And I risk a blind shot with a high explosive shell, hoping to maybe hit the AT-2, and there's the artillery. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to go. So that's what I end up doing. I decided to move up with the light tank to try to reset the cap, He's obviously going to get there a lot um, earlier before me, and he's holding it down so that way they can't progress any further. I have no idea where the medium's at. I know the AT2 is in the cap circle because that's where he was last at, and those things aren't very fast. And there's the medium. I'm like, oh crap, HE, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to kill him. And they're so kindly to lower his health for me. So, wrong button. Very wrong button. Okay, sorry about that. So I notice, okay, he's probably going to be a one-shot kill for me if I can get him in the side. And I'm deciding which one I want to shoot at. He's behind a building, so I go for this one first. Shoot him in the side, sort of. Take him out. Reloading. AT2 is trying to, you know, get to me. I go for a very risky move and get alongside him, since they don't turn very fast. And I'm turning. Artillery makes a massive hit on me. And I'm at 167 points left. But I know where the artillery is at now. I know he's up on the hill. I'm at 4 kills. Artillery's at 3. And he's still going for me. So I've loaded up one usual shell, not to risk anything, and there's their artillery. Now, what happens next is absolutely amazing. Like, I have no idea how this happened at all. So he's gonna fire, and watch this. Hits me dead on, and doesn't do a thing. Doesn't even injure me. And my instant reaction was, oh my gosh, how am I still alive? But I decided it's probably not the best for me to stick around here, so I'm trying to see if he's going to make a mistake by coming forward, but he's not going to do so. I mean, he came forward, but I was still having to aim in at the time. So I decided at this point, okay, you know what, I'm going to go up around the slope, and he misses again. This guy was really good at shooting at me, but he was so, like, he was so close, but so far off at the same time. Now at this point, I'm like, okay, I should probably be trying to go slower, so I use my repair kit. And then he hits my track. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, why did I use the repair kit to do that? So there's another shot, and as you can see by my cursor, I was absolutely startled by that hit. So I'm at 10 points of health. He can easily kill me at this point. In fact, he could probably even ram me. It might kill him in the process, but he can kill me by ramming me. He doesn't actually have to hit. So I'm sitting here thinking, alright, so there's two options here. He can go for the artillery, but at that point, he would expose himself to me. I would know that he was going for the artillery if the artillery was able to spot him, or if the artillery was taking any damage. Or he could come for me. And he makes the mistake of coming for me. And he's dead. So, 5 kills for me, 3 for the artillery, 8 for both of us. So that was a really interesting game, especially because of the, you know, not getting killed by the shell to my face. I have no idea how that happened, because if you guys know any of, like, normal tank destroyer minus the British ones, they don't have a lot of armor. And especially the up to tier 6 for the, well, pretty much every tank destroyer. They don't have a lot of armor. And the Russian tank destroyers definitely don't have a lot at all. I think on the front I only have 75 millimeters of armor. I have no idea how that happened. But it was a really good match. So I'll get the next one loaded up, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, so I'm back, and this is the other replay I have to show you guys. This one was extremely strange. Okay, so starting off, I'm trying to figure out where the most of the team's going to be going, and it appears that we've got a few coming this way and a few going the other way. It seems like everything's been divided up a little easy. nothing too bad. Uh, so I'm thinking, alright, so if we can hold this off and maybe perhaps try to flank around, you know, we could maybe all meet in the center and kill everything. I'm not much of a strategist when it comes to this game. I usually just drive along and hope that there's other tanks coming with me. Uh, so we're sitting here, and there's actually quite a few tanks coming this way, and it seems a lot of them actually are no longer going into the town at all. And this tank right here, that Cromwell, yeah, he's a problem for us because he's scouting and he's marking all of us up. So he's going to be a really big challenge to get around because everyone's getting marked up. So there's my first kill, a waste of a shell, only 34 points of health or something. So it wasn't worth the 1,000 credits for firing it. So I'm hiding up next to this building because it's probably the only cover I'm really going to have. And then I think, okay, maybe I can help this guy and get a shot. And then there's the Cromwell again. And being the tank destroyer I am, I usually don't like it when I see medium tanks, especially fast ones, driving around because I always get afraid they're going to try to circle me. So I usually try to get to corners, like this. And so we're losing by one tank. It's not too bad at this point, but we kind of do feel like we're getting flanked around a little bit. And I was hoping he would drive out, and I didn't want to risk a shot on that. We found their Tog. Togs have a lot of health. They're very dangerous. They're fun to shoot at, but they're a bother. So we're losing by 3 tanks now, and just a moment ago we were down by 4. So there's only 3 of us on our team that actually have any kills. And I want to kill this Cromwell so bad, but he's not letting me. He really doesn't want to let me shoot at him. So I decide, okay, you know what, I need to try to help this heavy, and then they go and do that. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do. So I start aiming in for the Panzer, and I accidentally hit the T-34 that was in front of him. And then there's the Cromwell. Cromwell doesn't really want to risk getting shot at by me, or he's just trying to hide from them. Don't really know. Try to figure out if I can hit the Tog, and I take a hit. He's not going to be appreciative of hitting me, because this is what's going to happen. He's going to take a massive hit to the face and be dead. Misses his shot, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what, at this point, we're losing by 2, we really need to start risking everything in order to try to pull back a lead. I mean, they're capping right now, and it's me and the SU-100Y. They were the only ones up here. And there's a Cromwell. We both have the capability of one-shotting him. I'm going to take the advance and finish him off myself. The SU-100Y, also a really good player. He did pretty good this match. He goes down the middle and, you know, tries to take out the tanks that are down there. We're losing by 2 at this point, and I think, you know what, I'm going to go Arty hunting. And we're losing by 3. So it's me, the SU-100Y, and 2 artillery. They've still got 3 heavies, 3 artillery, and 1 light tank. And me and the SU-100Y are going to be the only ones really doing a whole lot of anything. I don't think... I remember one of the artillery dying. I'm pretty sure it was Mosin. But here's the first artillery. And he's dead. So I'm at 5 kills. And I'm thinking, okay, I need to be careful here because the artillery just spotted me. I need to be careful because there's going to be more. And there's the other 2 artillery, both of which were apparently not prepared for me to be coming around. And at this point, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to be able to reload. I'm going to get up as close to him as possible and then put one right in his face. 7 kills. They now only have 2 heavies, one of which is a Tog. Now they only have 1. SU-100Y, you did really good. Now, this is on par with one of my best games ever. I actually had 2 games with 7 kills in the MS1 a long time ago. I don't have the replays for those, sadly. Uh, so I'm like, okay, if I can kill the Tog, I'll get my new highest, kill count. I've never gotten more than 7. I've only tied 7 a few times in the MS1, and I think maybe the SU-85. Best kill count in the SU-100 before this match was 6. They spot the Tog, and he's at 825 health. Nothing, my gun can't take care of. I mean, just look at the size of the thing. 329 down, and he comes and he's going to try to shoot at me. SU-100Y puts a massive hole in him, and I take the liberty of finishing him off. 8 kills. This was one crazy match. Between the 3 of us that are still alive, 13 kills. It was just amazing having this happen. I mean, granted, 3 of my kills were artillery, but those were 3 artillery that could have potentially ended the game. Because artillery, like you saw in the previous episode, can be pretty good. I mean, that artillery did not let up on me at all, and I'm lucky I bounced that shot to the front. So, anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. I also recently, I think today, actually hit 120 subscribers. That is absolutely crazy. And yeah, it still surprises me I'm even over 100 at this point. Maybe a slight change to the schedule. I might start doing tutorials on Thursdays instead of Tuesdays. It would just happen to work with just my everyday schedule a little bit better. So I'm sorry about not doing a whole lot in the way of tutorials for the past few weeks. Things have just been a little bit busy, and I haven't had the opportunity to do so. Wednesdays and Thursdays tend to be the better days for recording. Tuesdays, they're a little iffy sometimes. So I'll try to do something tomorrow to make up for it. I mean, it is Thursday, that starts with a T, so might as well try it then. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you have any awesome replays or just replays in general, send them to my email. I would love to have different videos on here because the only ones I ever do are videos of my SU-100 because it's the only one I'm good with, and occasionally the MS1. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Remember to like and comment and subscribe and stuff if you want to see more. So yeah, catch you guys next time.